Okay, we are live streaming, so we will now start. Maybe we'll get Jude to start us off on the Christmas mood. Jude, can you do an impromptu Christmas carol for us?
Yeah.
We are like that only. We don't give notice. Hi, Manisha.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good
Missed you guys.
morning.
Jude, 3, 2, 1.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Okay.
I'll just
1.
He's going to get his drums and his guitar and few other accompaniments.
Guitar. That's it.
I'll just sing something, yeah.
Yeah.
You're on YouTube, Jude, so you may just become a celebrity.
Oh, thank you so much. I need a lot of encouragement for the next year.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with this. Yeah, this is something. Yeah. Go tell it on the mountain. You can just clap, yeah, or you can snap and clap, yeah. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Okay, I'll change. God rest you, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Yeah. Got one more last one, which I'll do. I think you'll all know this. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeers loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. And I must share with you a joke, okay? I was invited by one of the companies. This is long back story. Monisha will have those memories. And there was a director of Monisha, remember the company's name? Some big company. It was by an advertising firm. And I did this song and everyone said, oh, the director's Rudolph and he's leaving for Greece.
Great. Thank you, Jude, for an impromptu reminder that we are in the midst of the Christmas season and season's greetings all. On that note, we start off another session of Entrepreneurs Connect. We are going to share my screen for that right here. Okay, welcome. Most of us are joining for the nth time, not the first time, the nth time. So I'll quickly run through this. We are a business referral group. We connect people, ideas, and opportunities, and we are supported by rooftop sales. We are an online platform, and we've been doing this for 3 years. We started our journey on the 19th of September, 2020. We have almost 400 members, and we've impacted over 3,000 entrepreneurs. And we have interactions that make us come back for connecting and having great conversations. We are online, so we are on WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We have business sessions like the one that we'll have today. We'll also have education sessions. Thank you, Mike, for taking it on at very, very short notice. We have breakout rooms and business challenges also. Our values: accountability, transparency, generosity, and trust. This is our team: Alifia, myself, Anil Thomas, Sabri Rajan, Anupama Parkar, Bharat Nangia. We also have Chaitanya and Ashish Angra. In the past, we've been contributed to by Dr. Rajamani, the late Laurent Grandisson, who we miss very much. It was his first anniversary. We miss him. We also had Harihar contribute. I reached out to him yesterday, and it's good to connect with him again. He should be back with us in the new year. On that note, thank you, and I hand you over to Alifia to take us through the rest of our session. Alifia.
Brilliant. Thank you, Gaurav, and thank you, Mike, for the education session we're all looking forward to. And welcome all in this month of December, a few weeks away from the brand new year coming up. And just a quick heads up, like, how was the year? Rate it on 1 to 10. You can put it on the chat or speak up. I think we can speak up. Like, rate it on 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. How was 2023?
Almost 5.
Yes.
Jude,
But,
5.
5?
but minus 10.
10? Always.
No, minus 10.
Minus 10. Oh. But Mike was 10, so mine was 10. Okay. Who else? Like what? Okay, Harini's had 7. Walid's had a 3. I understand. Monisha is on a 6. Who said 5? So take a 4 or a 6 because 5 is like too safe.
4.
Yeah, so we both to take a side, yeah. Great. Lovely. So we're looking forward to Mike's session to really put us, Suryakant is 7, Padma is 8. That's brilliant. Gaurav, what's yours? Oh, Gaurav is 8. Wow, brilliant. Mine would be 9 as well. I think I've had a brilliant year. Looking forward to another one next year. So great. So let's come back to Entrepreneurs Connect. I hope everyone's got the link already. Do we need to put it again? I hope this works. All right. So let's put in our introductions and let's get started with our quickly for our online viewers. Of course, Entrepreneur Connect is a platform where we exchange leads and contacts and connections with the group that attends and participates in our meetings. And we are here to give you all a brand new lead, a new contact, a new connection that you can potentially call in and add to your customer base, or a partnership, or any sort of connection that you're looking for. Getting out of your own network of connectivity to a new person's network of connectivity and see how you can expand and widen and broaden this platform for your own selves. So let's get started. The first one I have on today's fastest finger first is, let me see. Wow, I always get Mike first. Okay, no, I have...
Harini was in the room before me.
Okay, no, 1 second. Who do I have first today? Is Mudit here? No, 9, 12. Okay, it is me first today. So good. So hi, I'm Alifia. And next I have after me is Mike. And then I have Walid after, okay? So hi, I'm Alifia. I run a company called Rooftop Sales. I recently went to Malaysia and I signed a franchise and a licensing agreement for a platform called 10x Strategy Coach, which is going to expand to the Middle East officially with a proper trade license this time. So we're looking at growing the 10x Strategy Consultancy, the 10x Strategy Coach, which technically coaches and teaches businesses to go franchise ready and go IPO ready. So it talks about IPO ready and franchise ready, because it's like every business needs to be at least franchise ready and at least IPO ready. What it indirectly means is it should be running on systems. It should not be dependent on the founder or the owner and things like that. To really become a corporate and really become a company. Gaurav's been on this platform earlier as well, a couple of years back when we started in Dubai, but now we're officially launching next year onwards. So a lot more news. So it's been a fantastic thing. But if anyone wants to know more about how and why every company in the world should be at least IPO ready, make money, extend, exit, that's the only way money actually goes into the founder's pockets, and what goes into making that happen. All right. So my ask would be like nothing really much this time because we're in the end of the year. But if anyone wants to know more, learn more, just connect those. So put Alifia and your own name in the chat. We would probably do a little bit of an education preview next year. So lots more coming, but just put Alifia and your name in the chat if you know any company that would want to get into a system approach for running their own businesses. Okay, so put Alifia and my name and your name in the chat, and then I'll connect with you. Excellent. Let's have Mike.
Thanks, Leafia. My name is Mike. I'm the founder and CEO of MP Consulting. I work with, well, my ideal client makes between 1 and 5 million US. I help them identify and implement different strategies that help them scale. There are over 300 strategies that I know of, and each strategy has at least 30 tactics that they can be achieved with, which means there's approximately 9,000 strategies available to grow a business. So out of 9,000, how many are you using? So if you're interested to grow your business, give me a shout. I guarantee results, by the way.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Olivia.
Let's put Mike and your name in the chat. He's extremely effective, guys, so make the most of him. So put Mike and your name in the chat. If anyone needs to grow their business or really be effective and really scale and get a clarity about how to pitch, position your companies and really grow your bottom lines. All right, let's have Waleed and then we have Gaurav after.
Yes, good morning, EC members. This is Waleed bin Jama'an from DNA Real Estate. Each and everyone needs a home. Each and everyone can now invest in homes. Maybe you or your friends or your contact sphere can have the idea of investments, especially in Dubai, for real estate. It's now sometimes going up, sometimes going down. Is it the real time to invest? Is it a time to stop? Is it a time to think about it? Real estate is always worth to invest, whether it is going up or it's going down, because sales will never end. When it is up, there is sales. When it is down, there is sales. My specific ask is connect me with your friends, with your contact sphere, who wants to find out a place to rent, find out a place to invest, find out a proper real estate in Dubai. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's brilliant. I think Dubai is booming on the real estate, and it's a must opportunity for everyone. You should at least have, maybe not your own home, but at least something that's giving you a rental income, at least one asset that grows always. So put Waleed and your name in the chat. Put Waleed and your name in the chat if anyone needs to buy their first home in Dubai. There's a lot of opportunities to buy or rent in Dubai, but ideally try to buy at least one property in Dubai. So put Waleed in your name. Does anyone know anyone who needs to get a property or rent a property? Excellent. Brilliant. All right, let's have Gaurav and then we have Monisha after.
Hi again, Gaurav Paul, resident of Dubai since 1997. When I came, there was no concept of buying property for non-GCC people, but things have changed and there have been lots of opportunities to get on. And hopefully 2024, I will also join Alithia's club of owning properties in Dubai. Well, my background is communication, and what I do currently is I run a company called Infosys Studios, where we do communication, which ties up with innovation and technology. So I'm just back from Doha, Qatar, where we did a project. We built an exhibition stand for a global major, I would love to connect with people who are looking at communication using technologies like the metaverse, the robotics, AR, VR, AI, etc. Happy to see my friend Mohammad Arshad join us today. He is the AI guru, and hope to learn from him and collaborate with him as well in the near future. Thank you.
Of course, content is king. And PR and advertising gets you wherever you need to get. So with Gaurav's background and the right technology, which is most relevant in today's times, that's what he's offering, a bundle of both. So put Gaurav and your own name in the chat if you have a contact or connection to share with him. Again, it need not be for you, your own business or anything. Anybody who's coming to your mind who would benefit with what services offered by Gaurav. And he's based in Dubai for almost 20, 25 years, especially for people who are from India on this platform right now. Could benefit a lot from his extended experience and reach in this market locally. All right, let's have Monisha and then we have Padma.
Good morning, everyone. I'm saying hi from the beautiful land of India and the island city that's Mumbai. Well, I have been serving for the last 13 years as a corporate trainer and 13 years before that into the corporate space. What I do is I am a subject matter expert when it comes to communication and soft skills. And I take a lot of training programs especially for those units who are now moving from a proprietorship concern to an SME or an MSME. I also do a lot of work around first-time managers, improving their communication and soft skills, those who are now moved, most of us, to the hybrid setup, where they need help to understand how communication in the hybrid setup needs to be done. I also coach individuals when it comes to the growth and the performance that they seek potentially. Well, again, here I like to work with new entrepreneurs in the age bracket of 21 to 45. I believe they need to explore their potential, and that's what I help them do as a coach. Yes, so that's me. That's Monisha. You can connect with me for any of your needs, or if you know anyone, especially internationally for the coaching, I would really oblige. Thank you.
Brilliant. So guys, put Monisha and your name in the chat. She's had a very wide bracket of offering, 21 to 45 years, anybody, new startup, new business, new leaders. Everyone needs to scale and grow on their positions. If you just get stagnated, it's important to understand. So guys, put Monisha and your name in the chat quickly. I'm sure there's many people who are in the corporate ladder stuck for many, many years doing the same position, not growing. So put Monisha and your name in the chat. If you know anyone who's stuck in their corporate. Come on, guys, let's just at least share one or two for her. With so many people, I'm sure we have some contact. 2 ways of sharing a contact. Say my name, don't say my name. So you share a contact with your name as a reference for her, or tell her not to use your name. So she doesn't need to tell where you got that name contact from, right? So that's fine. Brilliant. Well done, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let's have Padma, then we have Jude after.
Yeah, morning again, everyone. So Padma here from Padma Wealth Advisory. The verticals that I deal with, one is financial planning. So it's two simple words, but it translates into how comfortable you are with your money and how well you're going to achieve your objectives. How prepared are you for your retirement? So this can start as soon as you start earning to maybe when you're in your 50s and you realize that, you have to be prepared for retirement. So the awareness sets in at different stages in life. So there's no age bracket that I specifically deal with. So financial planning applies to everybody. And the second is wealth management. So by wealth management, it's like, are you growing your money at a very good rate? Now, a good rate will depend from person to person, what their background is and everything. So again, individually, it translates into, is it going to help you meet your objective? Maybe you're having a corpus that you want to save up to buy a house or for a wedding, or it's retirement corpus. So how well are you growing that money in a safe environment, but at a good rate, right? Contradictory words. So that's how, that's what I deal with. And the third is working with youngsters on wealth management skills. So if your children need to know the importance of money, and right now the credit card answers all their questions, right? Meets all their needs. But if they have to learn the importance of money, I take them through some sessions where they realize, oh my God, I better be careful with money, right? So these are the three broad verticals. So these address, a wide range of requirements. It applies to everybody. So happy to connect.
Wow, brilliant.
Thank you.
So guys, put Padma and your name. Financial planning is, I think, the most important peace of mind you can ever earn for your later years of your life, And I think the most important is kids who, or, teenagers who get their first jobs, or not teenagers, of course, I think they're in the 20s, but your first jobs, that's when you're most lucrative. You're getting so much income and you don't have any liabilities. I mean, you don't have family, and family is a liability. No, I'm not saying that, but usually you don't have any dependents that you're feeding or spending for rent and things like that. That's the time when you can actually make some wise saving decisions, which can really go a long way when you're later in your, So connect with Padma. I think Padma, you should do more education sessions for first job, like 20, 25 to 30, 35-year-olds, because these are the ones which are real boomers with the most highest.
Can I just say a quick word on that?
Yeah, Mike.
A lot of people focus on how much money they make. It's immaterial. It doesn't matter how much money you make. What matters is how much money you keep.
Very true.
Enough.
Yeah.
Well said, Mike.
Sorry, say that again, Mike.
A lot of people focus on revenue. Even businesses focus on revenue. It's immaterial. Cardinals will tell you, it doesn't matter how much money you make. You can make $1 million a day. Spend $1.1 million. What's the point? You're better off making 10K and keeping it. So it doesn't matter how much money you make.
So building assets, savings. Yeah.
Not too sure about saving. We can talk about it if you like.
Okay, let's have this. I think it's a good brainstorming session we should have in one of the breakout room sessions that we plan later. But it's a good discussion. Okay, let's have Mike. Okay, yeah, so sorry, Padma has got Waleed and Neil already. So that's great. So Jude, go next, and then we have Harini after.
Yeah, good morning to all of you. Season greetings from here as well. I'm Jude Rodrigues. I'm a national and international certified counselor, a therapist. For adolescents and students, I do life skill value counseling. Well, you can call me for any issues on emotion, that is negative emotions, and I'll just try to make it more positive for you. So my category is more on the mental health. I also can help you with sleep disorders, even with fears, anger issues, even sadness. If you're sad at the end of the year, you can contact me. Yeah, my USP is more to do with my passion that I carry on for disabilities as well as for neurotypical in autism, epilepsy, ADHD, hyperactive. I use something called as music moment, and I've not stopped there. I've just got recently some clients into the pain management where I'm helping them with the trauma facet into the memory issues. So people who have memory issues can also connect with me. I also have a passion to teach guitar keyboard if anyone is interested for wellness. I know I get a lot of calls on January to a to-do list. So anybody is interested, definitely connect with me. Our success stories is relief of addiction, stress, anxiety, as well as we have also worked with suicidal prevention. My ask is I'm looking at UAE for next year. I've already had few talks. Anupama has helped me as well for Qatar and Dubai as well. For special schools, this is my specific ask. Yeah, special schools, any kind of clinic therapist you have, physiotherapist, occupation therapist, language therapist, pediatric hospitals, any could be a connect for me. Thank you.
Wow, that's brilliant. It's a very noble cause, guys. So put Jude and your own name in the chat. And he's got a very specific ask. Any like hospitals, pediatric, uh, so put Jude and your name in the chat. Okay, brilliant. Anyone else? Any connections for people who are suffering psychological, helping with lots of ailments with music and a very creative way of doing it. So,
So Alifa, just to add there, sorry, I'm taking your time, but I'll be getting some work to do for music and grief for cancer schools. Yeah, that's just on the way. So hopefully, so there is again, I could be helpful.
fantastic, well done. Okay, let's have Suryakant first, and then we'll have Harini. Okay. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but I'm sure Gaurav will be correcting me shortly. Suryakant, go now.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Suryakant Bansode. I run a 360 digital marketing company based out of Bombay. So right now, this week, my ask is I'm looking for software developers, website development agencies, and digital marketing agencies sitting in Dubai, Singapore, and US. So if you have any digital agency in your connect, let me know. So my specialty lies into search engine optimization and performance marketing for small, medium to large scale businesses. Once again, Suryakant Bansode from Pixel Zuba. Thank you.
Wow, brilliant. So digital marketing is the most important for every company. Marketing is key. Marketing always comes before sales, like I always say. So put Suryakant and your name in the chat. Suryakant and your name in the chat if you know any company who needs digital marketing. Again, two ways of charging. I think every company needs digital marketing. I'm sure all of us can give him at least one or two. Any startup, anyone who's not even started with his website or started with a website, but the website's not yet performing. So lots of things that digital marketing can help. Okay, so put Suryakant and your name. Okay, lovely. Okay, let's have Harini now. And then we'll have Neelkant.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Great. Hi guys, my name is Harini. I'm the founder of Hashigo Technologies. We are a software agency and we have expertise in creating web apps, mobile apps, ERPs, and CRMs. We commit ourselves in transforming digital ideas into reality. So today my specific ask is I want you guys to connect with me to someone in Europe or Saudi Arabia who's gearing up to launch their business online or who's wishing to enhance their online presence. I greatly appreciate any referrals on that side. Thank you.
Wow. So software is key. So put Harini and your name if you know any companies in Europe who would like to outsource software development in India. I think most European and UAE, everywhere, most Western companies look at outsourcing software development out of India. Who's the cognitive lead? Okay. This cognitive lead gen is...
Arshad, I think, Arshad.
no, Arshad's already there.
Sorry, this is Chandra. I have newly joined this group. This is the first time I'm joining this.
Ah, okay. So we have a link. You will write your introduction, and we will you will get everyone's contact from there.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay, awesome. So guys, put Harini and your own name in the chat. So if you come on guys, let's give her some leads for software
Harini,
development from West.
Harini, any specific in Europe or just entire Europe?
You give wherever, you give the whole world also, no problem.
Yeah, give me the whole world.
Okay, lovely. So I think Jude also will get added. So put Harini and your name if you have a lead or contact for her. Okay, lovely. So Chandra, just watch because you missed it. We start at 8 o'clock Dubai time. So, but fill the link. Gaurav, can you put the link again for him? I lost a copy. Okay, let's have Neelkant.
Hi, good morning. My name is Neil Kantappa. People now call me Neil. You can call me Neil, that's fine. And I founded the company called Web Advisors in 2006, and we are official Google partner since 2008. It's almost 15 plus years working with a global brand. And we all know all business. It is mandatory that we must use email because we cannot communicate in any other way other than email, because which is very important for all our business. And how effectively we communicate using our email, and that is something Google has created a platform 15 years ago, and it's one of the best platform in the world as of now. And in fact, we have almost helped more than 1,000 clients in India and abroad, and help them to set up their emails on Google platform. It's called Google Workspace, and which is the most efficient platform as in today in the world right now. There is no comparison. I'm sure people might talk about different other service providers, but absolutely there's no comparison. The way we operate on, I'm sure you all must have used gmail.com. So Gmail, it is so efficient, and now they're integrating AI into it, and it becomes much more easier for us to compose, communicate, and effectively do our business. I'm sure email communication will play a very important role to succeed in our business. Very important for us, and because that the communication is recorded all the time, and you allow enough storage, and everything is awesome in this. And in fact, we as a Google partner, we don't charge anything extra other than what the Google pricing is mentioned on the Google platform, and we give an extended support to all our customers. So the all business owners who are right now maybe using some webmail because of the cost factor, because they might compare the cost, saying it's cheaper. Cheaper is always cheaper. Definitely, it will never be a good service for you. So I would recommend all the business owners to move. If you're in some other email provider, you can just migrate. We can help you migrate also at a free of cost. So migrate to Google Workspace, and I'm sure if they're talking about 10x your business, I'm sure email communication also definitely adds value to it. So thank you very much. Connect, and we are looking especially for UAE. I'm sure I will definitely work with Mr. Gaurav. So looking for Dubai, we already have some connections in Dubai, connect customers. We start working on, and Malaysia, Singapore. I'm sure Alifia, we can take your support for Malaysia. Yes, we are authorized to operate globally, so that makes a big difference. And we have a good support system, and we can help customers. So thank you very much. Connect me to any of you for all Google related business emails called Google Workspace. Thank you very much.
I think I can't agree with you. Google is one of the best platforms, actually. Is someone speaking? Harini, go ahead. You're saying something? Software and tech. Okay, lovely. So guys, Google
Alithia, sorry to interrupt. I need to leave for my logistics services business. I need to drop my wife. What time should we meet?
We'll talk on chat.
I've sent you a message, please.
Okay.
Sorry for the interruption in services.
Enjoy your transport and logistics. One part-time job every parent has to do, and a good husband also.
Gaurav, I reached out to you also. I had to talk to you for a long time.
Okay, brilliant. So we are, for the guys who just joined late or something, we have an awesome session coming up with Mike, the education session about, he'll tell us, but ideally, I think maybe something to set right for 2024, all of us, okay? So we've just like 1 or 2 people away, and in another 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we will start with Mike's education session. So stay on and don't run away. All right, let's have Sir Neil Kant. Yeah, of course, Neil Kant, our fancy Google. Google is the most important platform, and everyone knows that. It also owns YouTube now. So you've got to be on Google, and it's very user-friendly and very, very everything you can get. Google Docs, Google, your entire company can be available without any storage of your own computer, you can be like available, connected to all documents of your company anywhere in the world. You don't need to have your laptop crashes, no problem. Your computer crashes, no problem. You can have everything. I think most companies are now starting to put their entire company on Google completely. Your entire storage, folders, teams, management, groups, work groups, everything is happening on such a strong platform. Really, it's worth everything. So if you don't know, maybe he can do a session sometimes for educating all of us about what are the various company features that you can have from Google. And it's one of the best places to be, very cost effective for the kind of features it gives you. All right, brilliant.
Cloud is different from Google, Alifia? Cloud?
A champion will answer.
Yeah, Google, see, cloud, it's completely in the cloud only. So all Google services are in cloud.
So kids in school are making their PowerPoints. They don't do anything on Microsoft anymore. It's Google Slides, Google Docs, Google Excel, and it's available on a
Canva.
web.
Canva.
On Canva?
Yeah, that is picking up a lot with the kids, the school.
With Google?
Yeah.
No, right? Canva is independent.
Canva is independent, yes.
I wouldn't have read it like that. No, Google acquired. Okay,
Arshad, could you, Alifia, Arshad, you need to put your number. How do we connect with you?
Arshad, if you fill the link, because I don't think you filled the link in the past as well, Arshad.
No, I have done it. The link, right? I have updated today.
Is it today?
Yeah, today also updated.
Today? No, you need to submit again, Arshad. You have to edit and submit again.
Okay,
so maybe you've done in the past, but you won't come in today.
Sorry. I did. Done.
Because once you do that, then I will send the Excel sheet to the WhatsApp group, right? So everybody will automatically get your contact in the top. All right. So guys, okay. So Neil, you've got your references. That's brilliant. Okay. Now, Chandra, have you filled the link yet? And Arshad, so you two are left.
Yeah, just filling up the form. Just 2 minutes.
Okay, fine. So what you'll do is we'll do these 2 introductions in the end. Let's get started with Mike's session, should we? And then the last 10 minutes, we can have Arshad and Chandra introduce themselves, okay? So Mike, take it over.
Thanks, Alifia. When I work with businesses, the first thing I ask them to do is to get clear about what the purpose of their business is. Because from the purpose, which is why do you exist at all, so can anybody on the call tell me, why does your business exist?
Passion.
Jude?
Passion.
No.
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 I'm back to 0.
That's minus, not 0, okay? You've got to go away before you get to 0. So anybody? Manisha, why does your business exist?
Because I'm alive.
Not Jude. When did you change your name to Manisha, Jude?
He's answering on my behalf. Why does my business exist? My business exists because I'm very passionate about what I do and I want to serve in the community.
It's going to
If
be
you
a
want
much
to know,
Padma,
if you want to know,
it's going
if
to
you
be a
want,
much deeper answer. Wait and watch.
no. If you want to know the economical side, yes, to make lots and lots of money, lots and lots of money.
right. So I've probably looked at around 1,500 businesses in 40 different industries. Almost every single one of them are formed to make money. And I'll tell you, if your client understands that the only reason you're in business is for you to make money, why on earth should they do business with you? Because it's about you. It shouldn't be about you, it should be about them. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm always about it. My number one thing is helping people. Right? If I look at your website and I see it's all about me, and how wonderful I am and all the things I've done, it's obvious that you don't really give a toss about the client because you're focused on you. If you're focused on you, I'm not going to come to you to do business because it's about you. So your purpose should be about how you help other people. And from your purpose comes your mission. For your purpose, why do you exist? Your mission, what are you trying to achieve? And from your purpose and mission comes your vision. What is your vision? What does your mission look like in 3 to 5 years? Now, out of 1,500 companies, not one of them has it right. It looks very pretty, right? When you go to the website, you can find the mission and vision. Almost none of them have a purpose statement. But you look at the mission and the vision statement, you say, well, how are you going to know if you've achieved that? It's not possible. It sounds very pretty, but that's all it is. It sounds pretty. It's totally unattainable and meaningless. It looks good. And from those three come your values. And the number one value, the most successful companies is integrity. Because integrity guarantees all the other values. And there's so many companies that put what the value is, but they don't say what the value actually means. So integrity is one of my values. And to me, integrity means doing the right thing in an honorable way. One of my clients has integrity, but for her, it's doing the right thing even when no one's looking. It's very similar, but slightly different. So just putting the word integrity, I could have a different definition to the one you have. And out of those four come the colors you use in your logo on your website, because there's something called the psychology of colors. So everything is connected. Now, although most people don't understand or consciously understand the psychology of colors, we know that the color red increases heart rate. It stands for excitement, right? Using the color red, if that goes with your values, increases the attention span 700%. Putting a picture of a person or part of a person in your ad increases the attention span 700%. Right? So out of your purpose, mission, vision, values comes the colors that people will see, and they will associate, like blue calming. You'll get honesty, all sorts of stuff that people will unconsciously relate to these things. So does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions. Some of these are going to be about sales, by the way. So for Alethea, let me just find. So just getting my list. I want you to add these up. I'm going to ask you 5 questions. And I'll tell you what the scoring is. Okay. So the first one, how many different selling methods do you currently use to tell people about your products? 1, 2 to 4, 5 or more. So how many do you use? Waleed? How many different selling methods do you use?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Okay, 2 points. Arshad? I'm going through the top.
Multiple, at least 3-4 methods.
You're breaking up. Never mind.
Yeah.
Jude?
3
You
to
can
4
type in the
methods.
chat if you like.
5.
Everyone can
Okay,
type in the chat.
3 points. Alethea?
I
You
think,
disappeared.
7 to 10.
Ah, okay. Harini?
Probably 3 to 4.
3 to 4. 3 to 4. 3 points. Padma?
And 2.
2. 2 points. Neil? You're muted, Neil. Okay, I think he's doing something else. Okay.
Neil, you can
Second
type in the
question. Okay, 2 to 4 is 2 points. 5 or more is 3 points. 1. Right. How many new potential selling methods have you tested in the last 12 months? Anybody? Over the last 12 months, how many new selling methods have you tested?
1.
Okay, non-zero. 1 is 1 point. 2 to 4, 2 points. 5 or more, 4 points. Do you have a keen handle on all your marginal net worth factors for all 3 ways to grow a business? You all know what the 3 ways to grow a business is, correct? Speak to me, people. Say something.
If you can help us recall our memory, that will be great, Mike.
You mean no? You don't know. Okay, let me tell you where this comes from. By the
increase
way,
profit, reduce cost, maybe just
no,
yes.
shut up. Right, this comes from a guy I've studied for 14 years. He is, to my mind, the #1 marketer in the world.
Jay Abraham.
Took a company from 700,000 a year to 500 million in 2 years. Took another company, 800K to 7 million, 9 months. So I've been studying this guy for 14 years. So he's got 40 years in the industry. He's worked with 20,000 businesses in 1,000 different industries and sub-industries. So out of all this, he says there are only 3 ways to grow a business. Actually, there's 6. So there's 3 advanced, 3 basic. The 3 advanced are introduce a new product a year, enter a new market a year, buy a competitor or complementary business a year. Those are the 3 advanced. The 3 basic are increased number of clients. According to Jay, this is the slowest, the least effective, and the most expensive way of growing a business. There are, to my knowledge, over the past 14 years, I've collected 100 different strategies to increase the number of clients. The second way is increase average transactional value, which means you get them to buy more, not because you make more money, but because it is in their best interest to have maybe a better product. So you may have a basic, intermediate, and an advanced product. So I come to Alethea and say, Alethea, I need some basic sales. Or, basic sales instruction or teaching, whatever. And when she questions me, she finds out that I already know something about sales. So she says to me, Mike, I can teach you, or we can do the basic, but it's not going to help you. What you really need is the intermediate or the advanced. She does that not because she makes more money, but it's because it's in my interest, my best interest. Right? And you can upsell, you can cross-sell, you can downsell, you can do all sorts of different stuff for that. And again, for the second way, there's at least 100 strategies that I know of. The third way is increase frequency of purchase, which means get people to buy more often. If someone buys from you twice a year, you're going to buy 3 times a year. You've just increased revenue 50%. The challenge that most businesses do is they do one of them at a time. Let's take, don't know, any of you any good with the numbers? You can write these down anyway. A company has 1,000 clients. They sell a $100 product twice a year. What's their revenue? $1,000 clients, $100 product twice a year. What's their revenue?
200,000.
200K. $100 product twice a year, so 200K. So if you increased or you doubled your number of clients from 1,000 to 2,000, you sell a $100 product twice a year, you've just doubled your revenue. Correct?
Yeah.
And I make 400K. Okay. Or you can keep your 1,000 clients, you double your price, and people buy twice a year, you've now doubled your revenue, it's 400K. Or 1,000 clients, $100 product, 4 times a year, 400K, correct? Most companies focus on doing one of them. What happens if you do all 3 together? How much increase? What's your revenue?
For 2.
1.6
Sorry?
million.
Say again?
Like I'm having 2,000 clients purchasing 4 times a year at 200 per product. So
Correct.
that's 1.6.
1.6,
Yeah.
right? Instead of doing one and doubling your revenue, when you do all 3, you get an 800% increase in revenue. Right? Big difference. Most people are doing one of them. Why? It doesn't make sense. It is quicker, faster, easier to grow what we call geometrically than it is to grow linearly. Linearly, one at a time. When you do a combination, you grow geometrically, exponentially. So why on earth would you do one? It doesn't make sense. That's why it's so basically simple to help companies grow revenue. And again, there's 100 different strategies to get people to buy more often, right? So there's 300 strategies. I just stopped looking when I reached 300. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, those are the 3 ways to grow a business. So let me go back to my question. How many of you have a keen handle on all your marginal net worth? What is marginal net worth? How many of you can tell me what marginal net worth is, by the way? Would you speak to me, somebody, say something, even if it's only go away. What's marginal net worth, people?
Marginal.
Net net worth,
Marginal net worth.
Is
also
it
known
some,
as LVT or CLV.
is it like you take away the cost of acquiring a customer from your revenue? I'm not sure
No.
if it's no.
I think the revenue generated by making any change in the way you approach, like as you said, entering a
No.
new market.
No. Right, LVT, marginal net worth, CLV, all the same. What are they?
Lifetime customer value.
Lifetime value.
Lifetime
How
value.
much does your client spend with you over the lifetime that they spend with you?
Yeah.
Right? Starbucks did an exercise a while ago on how long, would any of you care to guess how long the average client stays with Starbucks? If we've already discussed this, right? How long does the average person buy? How many years do they buy coffee from Starbucks?
Lifetime.
Yeah,
Yeah, what is the lifetime? How many years?
maybe 40
30,
years.
20, okay. They go in 3 times a week and spend $15 each time. The average client is worth 45,000 US dollars to Starbucks, which means they could spend anywhere up to 45K to get a new client and break even. If you don't know what your marginal net worth is, how do you know how much you can spend to get a new client? You can't, it's guesswork. And most companies I work with are guessing. They have no idea. How long does the average client stay with you? Don't know. How much they spend? Don't know. I had a 20-minute conversation with a guy who's been running a perfume company for 30 years. 20 minutes into the conversation, they said, "Oh my God, I've lost 6 million." That's just on a 20-minute call with them. 6 million US. That's what he realized he'd lost. So, the answer sounds like 0, so you can put a 0 for that one. How many of you get business from referrals? Show of hands. How many structured referral programs do you have? Structured means it goes into operation every single time you get a new client. How many structured referral programs do you have? None. Okay, good. I know of about 300.
No, what is that? Can you explain that again? Structured referral
Okay,
program.
a structured referral program. You're getting referrals, but it's ad hoc. You don't have a program in place. Every time you get a new client, this system goes into operation. Why not? I've been working with a business to make $1 million a year from referrals, yet have no structured referral programs. That doesn't make sense. Because whatever it costs you, right, to get a client, it costs 0 with a referral. Because if it costs you $1,000 to get a client, then with a referral, that $1,000 actually adds on to your LVT, lifetime value, because you're not spending it. And referrals they stay 25% longer. They are easier to sell to. They spend more money. They spend approximately 53%, I think, more money than someone you go after and buy and get. So how many structured referral programs? None. Okay, that's 0 for you lot. Is your business being marketed strategically or tactically? Do you know the difference? Most of you, I think, are tactical, so you can say 0. Right? Add up your scores. Maximum 15. So, next step. What results does your client get from using or experiencing your product or service? These are things you need to have absolute clarity on. What results does your client get from using or experiencing your products or service? By the way, you all know the difference between a customer and a client. Do I take silence as a no? What's the difference between a customer and a client?
I would say a customer is somebody who would, say, walk into a supermarket or a store and pick up a product and pay for it and walk out. A client is somebody for whom you give more of a personalized service, like you know them personally.
A client is a longer term, longer duration, more repeat.
Okay.
Whether one time.
You're part of the way there, Padma. A client is someone who buys a commodity. Commodity is something you can pick up, as Padma said,
That's
in
customer,
a supermarket.
right? That's customer.
Customer is someone who buys a commodity. So quality for quality, quantity for quantity, how are commodities differentiated? Quality for quality, quantity for quantity. How are commodities differentiated?
Is that a question? We couldn't get it. Is that a question that you're asking, or you're telling us?
It's a description of a commodity, right?
It's the commodity. You go into the supermarket, you pick up a liter of milk. It's the same quality, it's the same liter, it's the same quantity, whatever. Which one do you buy?
I mean, it's a price sensitive one. It's a price sensitive market, yeah.
Right. It's price. So if you're a commodity, it's always about price. Right? If people are coming to you and questioning your pricing, you're a commodity. You're selling a commodity. You've not differentiated yourself in the market. Right? So a client is a customer is someone who buys a commodity. Right? And the differentiator is price. And the market is trying to commoditize you. Looking for the lower price. I never lower my price. I have doubled my price before and people have paid. I do not compete on price. I have zero interest. I have a question when people want to work with me. Is price your only concern? Yes. Then I'm not for you. So I'm not going to waste my time on people who the only thing they're interested in is what does it cost? A client, on the other hand, is someone who's under your guidance, care, and protection. See the difference? If you've got customers, guys, you're selling to the wrong people. So, anybody, what results does your client get from using or experiencing your product or service? Anybody?
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So my clients, the feedback or what I aim to give has been has matched, right? So it's been like any service that has been provided by me, they have that peace of mind. Now, peace of mind, again, as you say, can be different for different people. But when it comes to money, there's somebody, they know that I'm having an eye on it and updating them regularly. And whether it's good or bad, they're going to get the news.
Okay, so answer that in one sentence. What result does your client get from using or experiencing or doing business with you, Padma?
They are happy. I don't know how to articulate it.
Happiness has got nothing to do with outside circumstances. It's a decision you make. If you're always depending on outside circumstances to be happy, then you're always unhappy till something else comes along. And happiness is an inside job. It's got nothing to do with outside circumstances.
When they come back to you.
Sorry?
For me, it is basically they can see that the change in behavior, because mine is more of that, and they can see that there is an added value in their lives.
Okay.
When they come back to you and trust you, it means that there is some value they get from you.
Okay. I'm going to pick on you, Wallace. You came up with it. If I don't trust you, I'm not going to do business with you anyway. Alifa will tell you, or should be able to tell you, top salespeople don't focus on the first sale. What do salespeople deal in?
Feeling or dealing?
Deal, D-E-L, Delta Echo Alpha Lima. When you're selling something, what are you dealing in?
I think I'm basically dealing with people. It's more about.
No, you're not. Rubbish.
Service.
Rubbish.
You're dealing with money.
You're dealing with need, with like.
No.
You're dealing with taking the money from their account.
Yeah, I take all the money from their account.
Yeah, the money.
Dude, give me your bank account number. I need it now.
Guys, you're dealing in promises. I promise you that if you give me some money, I will sell you a product or service that does ABC. Top salespeople focus on the second sale because it shows that you delivered on your promises. It's the second sale that's important, not the first sale. First sale can be made with gimmicks and hype and discounts and all sorts of stuff. That doesn't matter. Second sale is what counts because it shows that you've delivered on your promises.
Okay, Mike, I want to let's like little bit summary in 2 minutes, but we will open it, continue it after 9:30. So we'll keep the room open, but we want to officially close in 5 minutes. And I just have 3 people's introductions left. So if you do a little bit as a message for in like 2 minutes, and then I encourage everybody, let's stay on after. There's lots to learn. So 2 minutes conclusion.
The most important thing you need clarity on is purpose, mission, vision, values. Why do you exist? What are you trying to achieve? What does that look like? And what is the foundation of your business? What are your values? Because your values never change. You have values by the time you're 4 years of age, and they almost never change. So whatever you're doing, if you haven't yet come up with a purpose, mission, vision, values, you need to do that straight away. Very quickly, 55 years of research shows that if you haven't got clarity on this, you are making a maximum of 30% of the revenues you could be making, and a minimum of 1/20th. If you're not clear on your purpose, mission, vision, values, the maximum amount of money you're making is 30% of what you could be making. Just this one thing alone. And the minimum is 1/20th. So I would get really clear on these before you do anything else. In fact, you should do it before you start the business, but never mind, better late than never. Okay, Olivia?
Brilliant, but we want to continue if everyone is okay a little later. Let me quickly get the last 3 people who have to introduce. Arshad, go now, and then we have Chandra and Mudit after.
Thank you, Nikhil, for this opportunity. I am joining after a long break, and I was a little bit caught up in some things. And thank you for this wonderful morning sessions. It is a very good motivation for the
Can everyone
for us.
find him clear, or is it my computer?
No, Arshad, it's getting a little
Very muffled.
hazy, yeah. And the voice is also not clear, actually. Yeah.
Okay. Just 1 second. Sorry for this technical
Let's
issue.
have Chandra now, and then we'll have Arshad after. Chandra, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. This is Chandra. I'm basically an architect. Then I'm into project management as well. I work in Dubai. Then parallelly after, I have 18 plus years of experience. Now, in 2016-17, I said I need to have a second. I started doing my certification from US and UK. Then one day, one of my mentors said, "You're doing all these certifications, but what is the use of it?" Then I said, "Okay, it's not about gaining; it is also about giving." Then I started doing trainings. I started working as a part-time trainer in a few of the institutes. Then, along with my main job, this is my second income or second source. And then recently, 4 months before I started a company called the Green Vision. It's about training in sustainability, project management, and energy management. It's training plus consultancy. So this is basically based out from Dubai. Yeah.
Brilliant. So whose contact or connection do you want from the people that are attending now? Like 10 seconds quickly. Whose contact or connection are you looking to help?
I joined very late, so I did not get the view of others actually.
Okay. So technically how our platform, because you joined late, but join us every Saturday. We start at 8 o'clock Dubai time, 8 to 9:30 that we continue. And usually we introduce ourselves within like 30 to 40 seconds. And then we ask for whose contact you want for yourself. So everyone who's attending and joining this room will, but from whatever you said, guys, if anyone wants to connect with Chandra, put Chandra and your name in the chat. If you want to connect with Chandra, that's brilliant. He's into training and he's done that forever. And now he's into sustainability and green product management and stuff like that. So put Chandra and your name. So Chandra, now you have Monisha. So I will give you a link shortly to join the WhatsApp group. We will share a contact list of everybody who's filled the link and for everyone else. And it's your responsibility to reach out to Monisha and Jude. And they have offered to connect with you during this week. So they maybe have a reference for you, or maybe they want to connect more, learn more about what you do or whatever. So just reach out to them, send them a WhatsApp later, and they'll tell you how they can cooperate with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
When you keep coming, you'll learn more. But I want to go to Mudit now, and then we'll have Arshad after.
Yeah. Okay.
Arshad, you want to test if yours is working? So just in case you want to do anything.
I think is it better now? I put mic.
Yeah, it's perfect. But let's have Mudit now, and then we'll have you after. Go ahead, Mudit.
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. So sorry for joining so late. And since yesterday night I got very late because I just finished up with my Goa trip. We were there for a hotel shoot last week and
You're
just
very
came back
out of
yesterday.
time, Mudit, so please just get to the
Yeah,
pitch.
yeah. So I am Mudate Bavaria, an engineer and fashion photographer working in the field of commercial and advertising photography, giving your brand a name and a lead in a form of digital content, which is through photographs. And photographs in today's time are very important because if photos are requiring, photo shoots of, and that too in a proper manner. So I think each and every brand should take it off, you know, because it's need of the hour. So if anyone wants to connect with me, please do connect. And uh, because we deliver in goods, not only in terms of photography, but we'll also make your photographs come alive. So that's what we are productive in, and through that only you can create your brand and make your sales good. So for whosoever brand I have done it, and they have got really good sales. Yeah,
Brilliant.
and
So guys, put Mudit and your name in the chat. Mudit in your name, advertising, photography, rebranding, looking better than you are, or that's all a trick. You've got to make it look what you want it to look. And visuals, photography, videography, these are the only ways to do it. So put Mudit, guys, come on, give him some reference. Any contact connection, maybe you don't need it for your own business, but anyone in your phone book that could benefit
So
from
I
what
just quickly tell you, sorry, Alifia, I'll just quickly tell you in 2 seconds, like what I'm looking for. So I'm looking
I'm
for
up.
fashion designers, interior designers, hoteliers, and magazines, interior and fashion. Thank you.
Okay, brilliant. So fashion designers, if anyone knows any fashion designers, interior designers, anywhere, just give those numbers and contacts to Mudit. So now I think this is very clear, right? The more clear you come with whose ask you want, that's where you want to really focus this pitch on. Like whose contact you want, because don't assume that we understand whose contact you're talking about from your background. So interior designers, architectures, hoteliers, marketing people, any hoteliers. Come on, guys. Everyone knows at least one contact. You can give him a contact right now on the WhatsApp. So put Mudit and your own name in the chat. Okay, let's have Arshad, the most awaited.
Finally, I got my opportunity. Cool. So about me, thank you for the opportunity. So I'm a data scientist. Right now, I have been doing a lot of B2C work, going around with training people about how to use AI, how to understand, how to digitalize yourself. My ask from the 11 or 10 of you here is any business, any corporate who's looking for a workshop with minimum 5 to plus employees in any area in AI and data science. It can be anything related to how to use ChatGPT, how to integrate AI tools in their company, how to get the culture going, how to use any tools, Excel, Power BI, any tool, any data, anything that we want to have. I want to talk to any company, any employer here who has 5, 6 more people. I can do a workshop. I can do a free introductory workshop as well. And I want to focus more on B2B. I have been doing a lot of B2C work, and Alicia knows about this. Any B2B contact, any workshop you for your company or for anyone that you know, I can do. And I'm also doing a workshop with Anupama 4C next week. I'll request all of you to also join that workshop, and also encourage any one of you, if you have any free awareness workshop with 5+ employees, I can do it and then take up further, because this is a thing I really believe companies should invest. Individuals, they don't invest on themselves, so companies should invest on their behalf for them to educate them and use AI and data for their benefit. Thank you, everyone.
Great. I think, guys, if you're not relevant today, the world has changed 360 degrees. So AI and ChatGPT, these are not just, and you can increase your efficiency so much by just understanding how this works. And you can Google and learn on your own, but here you've got Arshad who's already offering help. So give him contacts of any companies. He's looking for B2B. Any companies that have not yet deployed ChatGPT, AI correctly yet, and those are the people that he's going to connect with. So give him maybe HR or marketing people in any companies, or those marketing teams could do better with these sort of things. Yeah, we can help him with vendors also. So any companies, any suppliers or something like that. All right, great. So with that, I want to officially call this meeting to a close, and you're free to leave if you want to. But we should keep a little bit of a small brief brainstorming with Mike. Any questions, any feedback, any if Mike has any content. Mike, you want to continue a little more, or do we get into did we interrupt your did you finish, or would you like another 15-20 minutes, or
Alifia?
Yeah, we can say another 10 minutes. We can do a Q&A.
Okay, so we'll do 10 minutes more and then we do a Q&A after. Yeah, Jude?
I would like to suggest to Mike if, if he can give us some kind of maybe an evaluation, or something he must be having. If, in fact, even with you, Alifia, I think you guys quite synergize what I see. So I'm not much of a number person, but some evaluation where we could just note it on. In fact, it will be helpful for our next year, So just maybe I think he brought a lot of things to the table. So and then we could just break up and then we could ask him questions pertaining to, because marginal and things are all bouncing. If you ask me on behavior change and some things on mental health, I can do patterns of the brain. I'm quite good at that. But
Jude, he's been offering a one-on-one also, which is
yes,
it's the biggest gift any entrepreneur can, any business owner can take, right?
So for people like us, see, we are more into the whole. In fact, we are more downloading every week, Alifia. A lot of troubles are happening everywhere. In fact, I have a lot of other cases pending, but just some evaluation, so we can just go through it and then pertaining we can just ask, because he's quite senior and we really appreciate him for his knowledge. Yeah.
So I'm going to keep the YouTube on because we may get some more nuggets, and the viewers probably on YouTube also will probably benefit. So I'm not stopping the YouTube, but anyone who needs to leave, you're free to go. The meeting has officially ended since it's 9:30 Dubai time. Go ahead, Mike, it's over to you.
What do you mean an evaluation, Jude? An evaluation is if I look at your business.
It's very simple. I'll make it very simple for you. If I am addressing to a mixed crowd, okay, I usually have an evaluation of what exactly the crowd knows about your subject, because I think your subject is a very varied subject, and it will help me. A person like me, I'm looking to be a billionaire, yeah, in my field. Whereas it's I think it's just not even 1/4 of people. They say that there is just one psychiatrist for 1 lakh patients. So it's a huge market. So it can probably help me. And I'm looking at community research. I've got a lot of plans which I have in my books wherever I carry them. So it will just help me to stabilize my thoughts, and the evaluation.
We've never talked, so I don't know what your thoughts are. Like most businesses, I said I've looked at 1,500 businesses. Most of them have no idea what they're doing. Most of them are people who got started to make money. They're struggling, obviously. So we need to have a chat. I can't evaluate, judging by the questions that were not answered and the level of awareness of the questions. Right. I've worked with 40 different industries, plus industries, sub-industries. Everyone tells me their industry is different. Their industry is not different. The metrics of the business are always the same. What does it cost? What does it cost you to get your goods to market? Cost of goods sold. Most people have that wrong.
Mike, Jude had to leave, so he's gone, by the way.
Yeah, I saw. So what does it cost you to get your goods to market? What does it cost you to get a client? How much profit do you make per? Now, it could be per sale, or per person, or per ad, or per marketing campaign, or whatever, but what's your profit per? If you have salespeople, there's a strategy called break even on the front end. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a strategy you cannot use. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, that you sell a product or a service for $1,000. Your profit on that $1,000 is $200. You work out your lifetime value is 3 years. They buy 3 times a year. So your revenue from your client is $3,000, 3,000. They buy the same thing, right? So 3,000 a year for 3 years is 9K. What a lot of companies do, they give the salesperson 10% of either the revenue or the profit. And it should be a profit, by the way, because if you're losing money on your pricing, which a lot of companies are, then all you're doing is getting deeper in debt. So you give 10% on $200, they get $20 as for every new client. How excited are they going to be about an extra $20? Anybody? You think they're going to be really excited, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Break even on the front end means you could give them the whole $200. Are they going to be more excited about $200 than 20? Because they bring in 5 clients, they're going to make 1,000. But if you don't know what it costs you to get a client, you don't know what your profit per sale is. Also, if you don't know this, the break-even strategy you can't use. You may give the salesperson 100 and spend the other 100 on marketing advertising. All the strategy means is that you don't make money on your first sale. You make it on what's called the back end. And as most businesses do not know their numbers, it's, as I said, it's a strategy they can't use. So many people say they're not good with numbers. Okay, but you need, in business, you need to know the numbers. Because if you don't know the numbers, guaranteed you're losing money hand over fist. Guaranteed. So it doesn't matter what your business is, what your industry is. If you don't know your numbers, you've got a problem. And you're bleeding cash. Anyone heard of Dun and Bradstreet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a company registered. It's been around about 150 years. So whenever a company applies to join Dun and Bradstreet, they do research on the company. And over 150 years, a lot of companies have gone out of business. So not too long ago, a few years ago, they put 150 years worth of data into a computer and said, why did all these businesses fail? And you know what? It came down to one thing. Every single business failed for exactly the same reason in 150 years. Would anybody like to guess what the reason was?
Stagnancy, like no innovation, no growth, status quo.
They started making losses and they didn't realize that for some time.
They're making the same revenue every year and they don't they think they're fine, or they grow 10% every year.
No. All of these are connected to one thing. It could have been any number of reasons was the reason they went out of business. But if you take it back to the real thing, it was cash flow. Because all these things you're talking about impact cash flow. Lack of cash flow. Every single business for 150 years failed because of cash flow. So I said earlier with, pardon me, it doesn't matter how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. So many businesses, they post that they sold, the sales was 100 million, 200 million, 300, whatever. But then they go out of business. Why? Because none of it's profit. Doesn't matter what your sales are. What's your profit? And how much of that do you keep? And you can't work that out if you don't know your costs. And almost every single business, almost every single business, without fail, not one of them has got their cost right. Not one. So, any questions?
What happens when it's a multinational? Like it's a huge company, many countries, many, like, doing billions of dollars and stuff like.
Same. There's an American company called Maracon Associates. They work with Fortune 1000 manufacturing companies. They go in and they look at all their costing. They look at everything you can think of. And I've done research on the sort of stuff they look at. The list I ended up with was 50, 60 pages worth of stuff. I would, what? So after they come in, I think it's around 9 months to a year, they go into the company and look at every single thing you can think of, right? Then they sit all the execs down and say, this is your best selling product. It's not your most profitable. This is your most profitable. You're not selling a lot of them. On these products, services, your products, you're breaking even. And on these, you're losing money. Because most companies have accountants, they have financial accountants, not cost accountants. And guaranteed with financial accountants, your costing's wrong. Guaranteed, 100%. The costing is useless. It's a waste of time. It's numbers, but the numbers are wrong. Right? So if your costing's wrong, your profit per is wrong. Doesn't matter how much revenue you make, what's your profit? How much are you keeping?
Why
Doesn't
would
know
they
your
say their
numbers.
costing is wrong, Mike? Just want to see it from your point of view. I thought
Okay,
accountants are supposed to look at the cost first.
Okay, we've talked before, so one of the things I say is what's your hourly rate? And your hourly rate is, let's say you want to make $1 million over the next 12 months, you're going to work 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, which is 2,000 hours. Your time is 500 per hour. You do 500 per hour work, you're going to make $1 million. 500 per hour work, 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, you'll make $1 million. If you don't, you won't. Every hour you spend to get a new client, you have to add 500 to that figure. Nobody's doing it. You've got to look at how long does it take to, say, manufacture a product. One product can take 6 days, one can take 6 weeks, one can take 6 months. Accountants will take your fixed costs and variable costs. You say you sell 1,000 of each, so you've got 3,000 sold. They'll take the fixed costs and variable costs, divide by 3,000. That's gross stupidity. If one product takes 6 days, one takes 6 weeks, the one that takes 6 weeks should have 7 times the waiting. And the one that takes 6 months should have 4 times the latter or 30 times the first one. And they don't. They break it even across everything, which it's totally ludicrous. So when you start looking in detail at how you're costing stuff, then you can get your numbers right. And most companies don't do it. They leave it to the accountants who know less than nothing. Most businesses get an audit at the end of the year. It's a complete useless piece of information. We're making money. Where are we making money? Don't know. But we're not losing money, but we're making money. And company owners are happy with it. Right, we're making money. Where? Where are you making money? Where are you breaking even? Where are you losing money? Until you do an accurate cost analysis, you don't know. I've done an Excel. I love playing with Excel. I show the difference, just 2 fills. Just 2 fills in the pricing when you're selling a lot. So let's see if we can say the numbers, right? Let's say you sell a product for $100 and you sell $1 million of them. What's your revenue?
100 million.
100 mil, right? However, you lose 1 fill per dirham on your manufacturing cost. That's it, 1 fill. So you sell for $100 or 100 dirhams, whatever, right? So that's 8 dirhams. Sell a million, so you make 100 mil. But because you lose 1 fill on each dirham, you actually lose 10K. Because you're selling a lot of them, the difference is 10K, you're 10K minus. Sold 100 million, yeah, great, we got 100 million in revenue. Yeah, but you're down 10K. If you break even on your pricing, then you break even. Doesn't matter what you sell at, you break even. But you go up 2 fills. That you make 1 fill on every dirham. You sell a million, you actually make 10K profit. That's how critical getting your pricing is if you're selling a lot of stuff. If you're selling a lot of something, your pricing is critical. By the way, back to my original question, or not original. How much do you think Baricon charges their clients? Fortune 1000 manufacturing companies. How much do you think they charge?
Who?
Baricon go in, work with Fortune 1000 manufacturing companies. How much do you think they charge these companies for this?
Huge, right?
It's relative. What's huge? Relative. What's huge?
No idea.
Anybody? Have a guess.
I think it will be annually. Would be at least like $1 million or 100.
No,
like
it's just a one-time thing. They go and they do it. They spend 9 to 12 months there, looking at everything in detail.
Yeah, for 12 months could be at least anything between $1 million at least, $100,000 a month.
How about 20 mil?
Oh wow.
$20 million is what they charge. You know what?
That's 2 million a month.
The
$1
fully
million
booked.
a month. Oh.
The fully booked for 3 years. It's relative. If a company is making $1 billion, 20 mil's nothing.
Sure. I want to
Right.
ask you one more question.
Okay, Q&A.
Okay, so I want to ask you this question, which is, what do you think is the best KPI, like commission or, like corporate commission for sales? Like, what, according to you, what's the best sales commission plan? Like
It doesn't. It depends. Okay.
That companies can have.
It depends. Okay. Let's look at North Star metric. Pharmaceutical pharmacies, their North Star metric. The North Star metric is something you measure, or the one thing you focus on that dictates whether you're successful or not in business. So most pharmacies have revenue per client as the North Star metric. So it's how much money do we make from everybody who walks in. So these pharmacies, they want big spaces so they can get lots of people in, correct? Right? Your North Star metric can affect your business. So if you're looking at revenue per person, you need big places so you can get lots of people in it. Okay? Make sense? Yes?
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Okay. Greenway or Greenwood or whatever it, can't remember the name, right? They have a different North Star metric. Their North Star metric is convenience. With convenience, what do they want? What do they focus on?
No faster
Well, the focus is
service.
no. 7-Eleven. Convenience. Lots of them all over the place. Charge 25 to 30% more, but it's convenient. So if the pharmacy's North Star metric is convenience, what do they need?
More locations and
Right. Smaller places, right? More locations, not big shops. So your North Star metric can vastly change the way you do your business. So to say this is the KPI, no, it doesn't. What's your North Star metric? How do you measure success in your business?
usually what motivates people more could be, what KPIs are drives people more. It could be obviously more revenue, more sales, more clients, more
I wouldn't say
quantitative rather than
yeah, but I wouldn't concentrate on any of those personally.
revenue. Yeah, revenue per client could be, or more clients and more revenue, like the basic three ways, right? Like more clients,
if
more
you
revenue,
want,
more transactions.
okay, so more revenue is lifetime value, right? So what would you focus on?
Retaining the customer for a lifetime.
Retention. Because the longer you keep your clients, the more money you're going to make. So if your North Star metric is, or if you say that our KPI is revenue per client, then your North Star metric is retention. Right? Because the longer people stay, the more money you're going to make. So they're related, but they're not related, right? Your KPI is revenue per client, but your North Star metric would end up being retention. And your retention goal is 100%. If you're getting 80, what's causing the 20% gap? Everything matters. It doesn't matter how small, everything matters. And most people are ignoring it. They're not looking at it. They don't have a North Star metric. They've got half a dozen KPIs or whatever. North Star metric, what's your number one? What's the number one thing you measure the success of your business on? That's it. What KPIs do you need to measure that? Depends. I can see wheels going round.
In the beach?
No, in your head.
It's quite a lot to take in, Mike. It's been a very, very heavy session.
Yeah,
For a
but
Saturday morning is perfect, right?
Yeah, but this to me is basic stuff. It's stuff that I've learned over. I've been learning from millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires for decades. The only people I learn from are, it's not theory. Millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires. Because these are the people who've done it. School, it's all theory. How many multimillionaire professors do you know, or teachers? Right? It's all theory. What is it? Those who can do, those who can't teach. That's it. When I work with people, we have conversations like this, and they'll say something, it'll trigger. Because I don't know, Leafia knows that my knowledge is huge. Right? It's each session is there to achieve something, but you'll mention something about trade connection somewhere in here, I'll come up with a suggestion. Anyway, was that the only question?
Waleed, any question?
It's very difficult for me to absorb this.
Yeah, but I mean, this is what I've been studying for 14 years. I don't expect you to grab it, but to me, this is vital that you need to know them in a business. It's critical because otherwise, guaranteed you bleed in cash. Guaranteed.
My question, Mike, is very simple. How can this apply to a single salesperson or a person who is into business development?
Well, most people are not into business development because you don't have strategies. You're tactical.
So how it will work for a person, for example, like me, who's working in a real estate industry and needs to scale up the business, the clients, the how to gain the clients. This is very
book a call with me.
okay. Your calls are costly, mashallah.
He's offered them to Entrepreneur Connect, Waleed.
Okay, I'll connect with you. I have sent you a message in the WhatsApp, and we will be in touch, inshallah. Thank you so much.
When I posted a link. You can book a session with me, and it's relative. Let's say you make $1 million a year, and I take you to 2 million. If I charge you 100K, is it expensive?
No, if I am actually doing it, it is not.
If you're making $1 million and I take you to 2 million, it's 100, and I say, okay, I charge you 100K. Is it expensive?
No.
No. So people come up with you're expensive compared to what? J. Abraham is $150,000 for 4 hours of his time.
Makes sense.
People ask the wrong question. They say, well, how much does it cost? No, that's a really stupid question. Question is, what do I get out of it? If all you're doing is focusing on what's it going to cost me, you're never exploring, you're never doing anything, and you're stuck. And then you're wondering why your business isn't growing. Because you're saying, well, what's it going to cost me? Not what am I going to get out of it?
Maybe my point is if I am in a position that I couldn't do a single sale, for example, right now. Okay, so how can I scale up and how can I start? So we will have, inshallah, one.
I can probably tell you your problem right now. It's simple. Describe to me your ideal client.
Ideal clients, people who wants to have their dream homes, for example, in Dubai.
Yeah, that's your problem. You haven't defined your ideal client. That's your problem. There's 8 billion people in the world. How many do you need? 80? 0.0000001%. Who's that 1%? Like everybody else, you're talking to 8 billion people and then wondering why you're not getting sales. You haven't defined your ideal client, like most businesses. We can sell to everybody. There you go. You're too broad. You're not focused. But there again, that's most businesses.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Okay.
It's your red carpet. It's your red carpet customer.
Okay, no more? No more questions? I'm going to continue putting my swing chair together then.
So okay, so I want to officially, I'll take the live off, and thank you all for coming, and thanks Mike for those valuable, very, very endless, valuable brainstorms that you always get us all thinking. I think your biggest gift is that you get everyone thinking, which is like, probes. You probe you probe us into like the big gaps that, the missed out from the grind that we are in all the time, and you just take us step back 10 steps back maybe, and just open up the loopholes.
Yeah,
the
mostly you're working in your business, not on it, which is the problem. And as long as you're working in it, you're never going to scale.
Brilliant. So I hope everyone's had a lot of value, and I'm going to stop the YouTube live, and let's meet again every Saturday, 8 o'clock to 9:30 Dubai time. And of course, it's online, so anybody from any part of the world can join us at Dubai time, 8 to 9:30.